I'll take it from here. Thank you so much, Bob. Well, the Delta variant, it continues to drive this latest surge of COVID-19 infections across the U.S., and a large majority of the new cases are among those who were unvaccinated. And people want to take the proper precautions, especially in situations when they're in close contact with others, like your teacher at school, or a doctor, or waiter or waitress at a restaurant. But do we have the right to find out the vaccination status of a person who's providing us with a service, or a person who we know we're going to be around for an extended period of time? So I want to bring in an attorney, Heather Hansen, to break this all down. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Alex.
It's good to have you here in the studio.
Oh my gosh, so nice to be here.
But it's interesting because a lot of this is honor system. Sometimes folks are asking for your card, but there are situations where there's a gray area where I'm sure a lot of parents, a lot of folks, they don't know, can I ask this? And one word that's really been thrown around, or an acronym, HIPAA.
Yeah.
A lot of folks have been saying, oh, HIPAA this, HIPAA that. Can you just break down for folks, let's just start from the beginning, what is HIPAA and who does it apply to?
So HIPAA stands for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Big long words. It applies to doctors. It's so that doctors can't give away your healthcare information. They can't tell people if you have a disease or if you've been diagnosed with a mental health condition. That's what it's meant to protect. It does not protect people who are not in the healthcare field. So here, a doctor can't tell someone, yes, Alex has been vaccinated, Heather has been vaccinated. A doctor can't say that. However, anyone can ask you without violating HIPAA, and you can tell them without violating HIPAA. It's only healthcare providers who aren't allowed to disclose it to other people.
Okay, and we just put up a list on the screen there of the folks that this applies to, like you mentioned, healthcare providers. So there's a list that we did have up on the screen. So then let's come to people who are just employed by a certain company. Can your company disclose whether you're vaccinated or not?
They can. They probably won't, because there's more rules that apply than just HIPAA, right? There's the EEOC, that sort of rules employment, and they've said it should only be disclosed on an as-needed basis. The question becomes, who needs to know?
Right.
I think that for those of you that are questioning, I want to know whether the teachers at my school are vaccinated. I want to know whether the hairstylists at my place are vaccinated. A good question to ask is, what percentage of your employees are vaccinated?
So that's how you get around it instead of someone specific.
Yes, because if you ask, is Mrs. Smith vaccinated, you could be violating some of their EEOC rights. You could be violating the American with Disabilities Act if you get too deep into the question.
Okay.
You could be violating other things, but there you're just asking generally.
So let's do some situations then, because we were just talking about that. So I'm going to do rapid fire here, and you just let me know, can you ask specifically if a person is vaccinated? So let's say you have a child, you're going into the classroom, and you want to know, is my child's teacher vaccinated? Can you ask that?
You can absolutely ask, and HIPAA does not prevent them from telling you that.
Okay, so that would be the administrators of the school district. They can tell you if they choose to do so.
Yeah, they may be concerned about other laws, but HIPAA doesn't stop them from doing it.
Okay, what if I'm going to get my hair done? I walk up to the chair and I say, wait a minute, as my hairstylist, are you vaccinated?
You can absolutely ask. They can absolutely tell you.
Okay. And now when you say tell, because I don't know if folks be like, oh, well, Heather Hansen said that you can tell me. If it's their policy that they are allowed, or what do we mean by they can tell us?
Well, they are not violating HIPAA.
Okay.
So, there's a separate issue here, Alex. Does it violate any privacy laws? And the law hasn't caught up to this. Some people are arguing that this violates my privacy laws, and whether under the Constitution, the courts have interpreted the Constitution to say that we have the right to privacy. But right now, the way that the law is, you are not violating those laws by asking, and people can absolutely tell you. An employer may be less willing to give you those specifics, which is why asking the general question about
What percentage
might be better.
Okay. Now this one gets a little tricky because it involves the healthcare field. What about your dentist?
So your dentist you can ask your dentist, yes. Your dentist can tell you. Your dentist can't tell you that person in the next chair is vaccinated, because then they are sharing their health information with someone outside of their facility.
But as for the dentists themselves, they can disclose that.
They absolutely can.
Okay, your doctors?
Same thing. The doctors can't. So like, for example, if an employer wants to find out if one of their employees is vaccinated, they can't go to the doctor and say, did you vaccinate this individual? They can't ask the doctor, because that's where HIPAA comes in.
Okay.
They can ask the individual can tell them, the individual can give the doctor the right to tell them, but the doctor can't tell them without that permission.
Gotcha. You go into a restaurant and you want to know the servers there.
Same deal. You can ask. They can tell under HIPAA. They may be reluctant to tell you under some of these other laws that may or may not apply, but the percentages is the best way to ask.
Okay, what about your gym?
So gyms are interesting because personal trainers, are they medical professionals?
Right.
No, under HIPAA, they're not yet medical professionals. They might get information from your doctor, and then things get a little bit more gray under HIPAA. But in general, at your gym, you can ask the question and they can answer it in general.
Okay. So it's really interesting and a little confusing still.
HIPAA is very confusing. And here's the
But
thing.
so many people are acting like they know.
Yes, and that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
And if you violate HIPAA, it's very expensive. So
Really?
people are going to err on the side of not violating HIPAA, which is why, again, that question about generally, what percentage of your teachers, hairstylists, gym trainers are vaccinated will give you a good sense. If they say 95, 100, great. If they say 70, you might want to look elsewhere.
Right. And then also when it comes to vaccinated and all that, we mentioned earlier that some restaurants are requiring vaccine cards
Yeah.
if you want to dine inside. Some are requiring proof, others not. But we're starting to see these instances pop up for certain things in venues. Then we're also hearing about folks getting fake vaccination cards.
Yeah.
What are the consequences of that? I mean, how does that work?
So it's so interesting because the law is trying to catch up to these fake vaccination cards. So one of the things is it is against the federal law to recreate one of the seals that is on that card. That predated these cards. It's against the law.
Okay.
Also, someone right now in July, the prosecution just started, is being prosecuted for creating a bunch of fake cards, and she's being prosecuted under wire fraud, which is actually a bigger statute. So yes, it's illegal. Yes, you will be prosecuted if they catch you. And there's other laws that you could also be prosecuted under. I know that a lot of colleges are running into this problem, and the colleges are creating policies.
Just like fake IDs.
Yeah,
Now it's
exactly. Exactly. And part of the problem is the cards are, so flimsy.
And
they
they're
don't fit in your
simple.
they don't fit in your wallet.
Some of them
really
are
well.
handwritten,
Yeah.
some of them have a printed thing on it. Like it's just
And the data isn't well saved. I think we're going to see a better system moving forward.
okay. Well, thank you, Heather Hansen,
Thank you
for
so
breaking
much.
it down for us.
My pleasure.
Yes, it's good to have you back.
It's so good to be here.